Good morning, everyone. While we're waiting for others to get in and get settled, now is a good time to grab anything you need to get comfortable. Maybe it's a glass of water or a hot cup of tea or coffee. Also, if you have items at home and you'd like to smudge, it's a good time to grab these items as we begin to ignite the healing within. If you don't have smudge at home, relatives, that's okay. We'll send some cleansing, healing, and positive energy your way. It's a new day, another sunrise, another sunset. It's Monday, so it's a new week, and it's in the middle of August. This is our opportunity to take a moment to reflect on how we feel and decide how we want to move forward on our wellness path. Aloha, kakahiaka, hello and good morning. My name is Malia and I'm a community healer at the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a non-profit organization that focuses on the mental health and wellness of our relatives of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous and underserved communities, and also victims of crime. You can join us here every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. where we will always breathe, stretch, explore ways to integrate self-care and wellness into our daily lives, and we will always honor our cultural traditions, our customs, our ancestry, our strength, and our resilience. So thank you so much, relatives, for being here with us this morning. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our HIR Wellness Institute team member who's here with us in this virtual circle of care to serve you. We have our social work intern, Kelly Lang. How you doing, Kelly? Wonderful to start the day with you this morning. Kelly, like myself, relatives, we are here each with our own unique backgrounds and experiences, our gifts, really to support you in a holistic way. Healing is not linear. Our healing path is not linear. It has its ups and downs. It has the things that we circle back to. And when you're here in these circles of care, I want you to know that you're surrounded by multiple types of support. Being that Kelly and I are both advocates, social workers are advocates as well, know that we can support you as you navigate through things like legal systems or institutions, departments, hospitals, court systems, police, things like that. That's what advocates do. We can also help you with your rights and, of course, provide you with emotional support. Also, social workers are able to practice therapy, so know that you have a therapist here as well in Kelly. And as a community healer, my purpose for you, relatives, is just to remind you that you are worth it, that you are always on your healing path, that you are not alone. I'm here to hold up that proverbial mirror for you, to help you reflect on who you are and remind you not only are you powerful and extraordinary and unique but also that you are the medicine. And I think sometimes we get really caught up in seeking the answers outside of ourselves. I know and relatives, you might be one of those people too. It's where you might, to look for an answer, you might talk to a friend, or you might Google, or you might download some book, or go to the library, and those are all beautiful things. But one of the parts that I think we neglect to realize is that we have that wisdom within ourselves. Sometimes, maybe a lot of the times, it doesn't have to be so external. We can look within. And so that's why we're here. Reflections and Resilience. What is this about? This is our opportunity to, without shame, without guilt, without regret, without feeling like you have other stuff to do, this is your opportunity to prioritize yourself and reflect on what it is that you need. Even if you're only stopping in here for a minute or two because you got to go to work, or if you're coming in closer to the middle or the end of the video, this is totally okay, because you govern these videos. These videos are for you. There is no right or wrong way to be here in this circle. I want you to know, relatives, if you're new to these videos, that I'm so happy you're here. You are welcome to be here. We're excited that you're here. Know that whether you comment or not, that you are part of this intentional and collective healing, and that's extremely powerful. That's what community activated medicine is. Community activated medicine is coming together in community and helping each other to remind each other that we are the medicine, not only for each other, not only can we support and hold space for each other, but we also can especially remind ourselves that we can do our own part of our healing. So welcome, everyone, and with that, let's do a check-in. How are you doing today? How are you, relatives? What's going on? And if you're not sure how you're doing today, it's okay. Let's just take a moment to reflect. We can even do a body scan. We can give this moment an opportunity to reflect on how we feel. So we can take a deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And while we're breathing, I want you to start at the top of your head, and we're going to scan on down our body, paying attention to areas where we might be feeling tension, tightness. It might be physical discomfort, it might be soreness, it might even manifest as physical pain. We'll start at the top of the head, paying attention to those areas that might be trying to give us a glimpse as to what needs attention in our body. Breathing in. Let's scan on down from the top of the head to the temples. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Working our way down to our jaw. Working our way down to our neck and shoulders. Our upper back. Our middle back. Our lower back. Paying attention to our tailbone and our bottoms. Taking a deep inhale and exhale as we go back to our shoulders, our upper arms, our elbows, our forearms, our wrists, palms and fingertips. You see the duck there. And let's go ahead and scan from our neck down to our chest, paying attention to how your chest might feel. Maybe it feels tight, maybe it feels neutral. Scanning down to our tummies. How's your tummy feel? Is it full? Is it empty? Moving down to our bellies and our hips, our thighs, inner and outer, our knees, shins and calves, our ankles, the heel, arch, ball, and toes on our feet. Let's go take a moment to scan our heart space. Are there feelings or emotions that lie heavy there, or does your heart feel light and free? Or does it feel full of joy or love? And lastly, let's go ahead and take a moment to scan our thoughts. Are you well rested? Does your mind feel open? Maybe your mind feels invigorated. Maybe you had your coffee or tea already. Or maybe there's things that kept you up last night. Maybe there's some thoughts or feelings that just keep circulating. Maybe you might even feel a little bit haunted. And with that, let's do a check-in. We'll see how everyone's doing. Relatives, remember, you don't have to type. The most important thing is that you take a moment for yourself to check in with yourself and really know and decide and feel where you're at. But also know that you can always comment here. You don't have to be a poet or anything. You don't have to be well-spoken or well-written. You just come as you are and say what needs to be said. There's no judgment here. No judgment here. And when I mean you can check in, you can be real about what it is that you're feeling. If you're not feeling okay, and you're not feeling okay, let's talk about it. You don't have to mask it. You don't have to hide it. As we say here, you can come with warts and all. Kind of a gross maybe to say that, but you can come with your darkness or your light. Nothing here is too much. The most important thing is that you're just allow yourself to be honest about what you're feeling. You don't have to hide it. It's a safe place. So we can go to the comments and see how everyone's doing. Evie, good morning. Evie says, blessings, my soul tribe. Right back at you, Evie. Always glad you're here with us. Kelly says the same to you, Evie. Good morning. Thanks for the tags, Evie. We appreciate it. Evie says, all in divine time, not ours. Evie says, fantastical, wonderful morning. The water is like, I totally agree. Let's go ahead and look at this. We'll pay attention to this water while we're going over our check-ins. She says, my heart is breaking knowing my dad's time on this planet is very limited. It's okay not to be okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. And for Evie, and for anyone who's, if you are feeling those effects of loss, the pain of even anticipatory loss, like what you're going through, Evie, it might be lost through, a loved one crossing over to the other side. It might be lost from a relationship, or, sometimes families part ways. Perhaps you're feeling a collective mourning of, our MMIW or MMIP. Maybe it could be, there's a lot of reasons that we have to mourn, and I want to let you know that today, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on our HIR Wellness Institute Facebook page, we do have a candlelight vigil. It runs for a couple more weeks, I think this week and next week. Monday 1 to 3. You click on the link that's posted on our HIR Wellness Institute Facebook page, and it'll take you to Zoom. No cameras or no mics, but it's just that collective mourning, knowing that intentionality of mourning with each other. Our HIR Wellness Institute team members will do some prayer. They might smudge. They might have blessings. And it's just a space to hold space for those of us who are experiencing loss, who are grieving. There's a lot of different ways that we grieve. There's a lot of different reasons that we grieve. And Evie and all our relatives out there, I want you to know that we're there for you. We are here for you. And that's one of the ways. Evie says, I mourn the way many treat Mama Gaia. Yeah, I agree with that. Relatives, if you're out there and you're feeling the pain of Mother Earth, in my native tongue, we call her Papaka Honua, Mother Earth. That's another reason that we can mourn and we can be together collectively in a candlelight vigil. Today, 1 to 3 p.m. So I'm going to keep this morning's R&R a little bit shorter today. I want to do some chanting so that we can breathe and we can reflect. And while I chant, I'm going to do a chant called E Hom Mai. And I'll translate it for you, and we can do this in conjunction with a deep breathing exercise, because for those of you out there, relatives, our path and journey in life, which is also our path and journey in self-care and wellness and mental health, a lot of the times we find ourselves seeking answers and guidance. And if you are one of those people, if you are one of those relatives right now where you have some unanswered questions, or you're not quite sure where to go with your emotions or your feelings, that's what I'll chant for. I'll chant for that guidance. So a lot of the times we do our ancestral chant, asking our ancestral guardians to be with us. Today I'll do a different one, and I'll let you know what it means. So E Hom Mai. E Hom Mai in Olelo, Hawaii, in the native Hawaiian language. It's like a command. Mai means like towards me, directionally towards me. So it's asking to bring to me, or to us, to you. Kaike mai. Ike is like to see. Bring to us the vision, or the insight, the ability to see. Ike can mean see more from like not so much as literal, but more in the way of like knowing. Seeing is a way of knowing. So bring to me, let me see what is from above. Luna Maie. Luna is above. So we're quite literally asking for insight from above. O na mea huna no eo. So na mea means like many things, and huna is like hidden. If you ever heard the word kahuna, which people often liken it to like a spiritual person, a spiritual figure in traditional Hawaiian practice. Huna kahuna, the hidden. Huna no'eau. No'eau means wisdom. No'eau. So huna no'eau is like asking for the hidden insight. We're asking to have revealed to us the wisdom. Let us see the wisdom. O na mele'e. So o na mele'e, mele means like song or chant. Oh, it's more like a song, but we're chanting. So while I'm chanting this, relatives, again, I'll sort of translate. E humai kaike mai is like, come to me, the insight, let me see what is above. So I feel like it's like asking for divine insight. O na mea huna no ea o na mele'ea. Na mele'ea is like the many things, the hidden secrets of wisdom. Come to me, come to me, come to me. And that's what I'll be asking on our behalf, on your behalf. So right now, relatives, I want you to take a moment, take a deep breath, allow your mind, allow your heart to lead in what it is that you need to walk forward, maybe to move forward, maybe to crawl forward, maybe just to stand intentionally on your path and journey of life, which is synchronous in your path and journey of self-care, wellness, and mental health and healing. What is it that you need to know? If there's a question you have unanswered, if there's a next step you're uncertain of, if there's some sort of guidance that you need, allow yourself a moment to breathe through it. Breathing in through the nose, holding that healing breath in just for a moment. Let it energize you, and exhale and release. While you're breathing, I invite you, relatives, to open your heart and allow into your heart and spirit that divine energy, whether you feel that's your own divine energy, whether you believe it to be creator or the universe, or perhaps your gods or goddesses, or your ancestral guardians or protectors. Whatever it is that you believe that falls close to your heart and spirit, allow yourself to be open to that benevolent kindness, wisdom, to those divine messages. Breathe through it. Take a moment to reflect. What is it that you need to move forward in your wellness path? What is it that you need for your healing? What is it on your journey right now that you need to know? Any questions that you have unanswered, now is the time that you can ask. If you like, you can close your eyes, but you don't have to. Let's breathe. E humai kaike mai luna mai o na mea huna o no e o na mele e humai e humai e humai e humai kaike mai luna mai o na mea huna o no e o na mele e humai e humai e humai e humai kaike mai luna mai o na mea huna o no e o na mele e humai e humai e humai Let's go to the comments section and see how everyone's doing. Relatives, I want to remind you that I just did ask on your behalf for insight, for those hidden wisdom to see those divine messages. If you believe and if you feel so compelled to, allow yourself to stay open to those messages today, to those answers. You can pay attention to the whole Elona, those signs in nature. Maybe it's a certain bird or a breeze, or maybe the way the wind hits, or if you see water, or it's an ancestral guardian or animal. If you're struck throughout your day that you feel like there's a message that was significant to you in some way that was provided by Spirit or Mother Earth or Father Sky, pay attention and try and find the meaning in that if it's helpful to you. Kelly says, what a beautiful location. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely, Kelly. Thank you for sharing your medicine with us. Thank you for being here with us, Kelly. We appreciate you very much. So happy you're here with us. Marie Dragonfly. Marie says, good morning. Beautiful place there. Love the deep breath body scan. Aware that I've been clenching my teeth and holding tension in my neck and shoulders. My heart is heavy. Deep breathing helps a lot with that. Going to spend some time stretching and moving my body and trying to get out of my head for a while. I have to motivate myself to do some journaling or something else creative to express and release my grief. Thank you, Marie Dragonfly. Thank you for sharing and allowing yourself to be vulnerable in this space. Marie, these sound like beautiful things to do. And remember, for those of you who are experiencing grief from loss, due to many things, it doesn't have to just be loss of a loved one crossing over, although it very much can be, that you can join us today from 1 to 3 p.m. for our candlelight vigil, and we can collectively mourn the losses together. Abby says we hold much tension in our jaws. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree, Abby. Controlled breathing always works for me. Elaine, good morning. You're welcome. We're always here for you. Monday through Friday, we're always here. Kelly says the wisdom is right there. The water carries so much wisdom. Those rocks have so much to share. The standing ones with all they offer us. The air with the whispers of our ancestors. We are all so blessed, even when we are struggling. Thank you, Kelly. So true and so beautiful. Thank you for your insight and your wisdom. And relatives, that's community activated medicine right here. We all have the medicine. Kelly, thank you for sharing your medicine with us and the medicine of your ancestors. Miranda, good morning. Thank you for being with us. Miranda says, thank you for showing up for us this morning. And Miranda, thank you for showing up for us this morning. Miranda says that feminine flow of the water teaches us so much. Absolutely beautiful. And with that, relatives, I want to say mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you for being the most extraordinary and important part of this healing circle. As a reminder, there is nobody on earth who is you. You are one in over 7 billion people. The medicine you bring is beautiful. It's unique to your soul and your spirit. Thank you for being part of the collective. As we all focus on community activated medicine and being together with the intentionality of healing. Mala moponoi kukino. Take good, righteous care of your body and your mind and your heart and your spirit. Why? because you're worth it. Because we're all walking a healing path. We all need to stay strong, to stay healthy. We're all at different phases in our path and journey, and that's okay. No judgment. We all have our healing to do. So malama pono. Aloha nui, huge love to you all out there, relatives. Remember, you deserve love. You're a beautiful human being. You deserve healing. You deserve good health. Remember, you are loved, and you are love. Before we go, there's a community survey link to this video. It's completely anonymous and asks just a few questions. Asking relatives for reciprocity. Our CEO and founder, Leah Denny, when she founded the HIR Wellness Institute, she knew that she would never charge a penny for us to walk our healing path. Never. She'll also never ask for an insurance card. It does not matter to us if you have a card or not. If you have insurance or not, we are all entitled to healing. We are all entitled to the services here at the HIR Wellness Institute. But the way that we make that possible is through these surveys. I know, relatives, I don't know about you, I've never been much of a big fan of a survey, but this is how we're able to offer services for free and continue to do so. Our funders need it. That's the way that we prove our need. It's completely anonymous. It asks just a few questions. So please, relatives, take a moment of reciprocity. If you've already taken the survey, you can take it again because our needs do change as we walk further and further on our path of wellness, self-care, and mental health. And what also helps with this survey is for us to understand your needs and how best to serve you. Kelly says, miigwech for your voice and your share. Kelly, right back at you. Mahalo nui loa for your wisdom and for your comments and your insight. Evie says to everyone, blessings for a sun-kissed day. A hui ho aku no, everyone, and aloha.